All right, everybody, welcome. We're here with SR Broadcasting for the pre-race countdown here. We're with SoMo Racing League's TopCityTravel.com B Series at Daytona, brought to you by United Real Estate. It's going to be 75 laps here tonight at Daytona with stages at laps 18 and 36. So basically going to be like two 18-lap shootouts and then a finish. We got storms rolling through here pretty bad, so if the broadcast gets interrupted, we'll try to get back. If we lose power, then obviously we ain't getting back, but we'll do the best we can and hope for the best. See if anybody's going to join me here tonight. Not really sure, so we'll do what we can. Been a couple weeks. No, last week we weren't on. We were on the week before, so had a little bit of changes going on. Last week was my anniversary, 10 years married, and wanted to make it another 10, so we did not broadcast. But we're here tonight. So we're just checking out what's going on trackside down here. And right now it's a small field for Daytona, which is really surprising because Daytona is usually everybody and their mother comes out at Daytona. So pretty surprising. Right now there's only 14 drivers out there, and I'm one of them because I joined the wrong channel. So we'll see what happens out here. But we'll try to get a word in with some drivers out here and get to see what the track is feeling like, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Get rid of something here. All right, United Real Estate, Daytona 75 here at SoMo Racing League in the TopCityTravel.com B Series Wednesday nights. SoMo's been doing now a Sunday night short track series that they just started this Sunday. All short tracks right now in the super late models for 10 weeks. And then Monday nights, they're doing a road race for 10 weeks. Couple different cars. Monday was the Glen. And the Cadillac and the Corvette C6R. This Monday is going to be Lime Rock in the Radical SR8. And then Tuesdays is trucks. Wednesdays is the B Series. And Thursdays is the Cup Series live on both for broadcasting tomorrow night. So a lot of action going on. Let's see. Let's see who we could get a word in with. See if we can get a driver that we haven't talked to all that much. Let's see. Not that many drivers here to choose from. I think I'll go with Jeff Glockner. Hey, Jeff Glockner, this is Paul up in the pre-race countdown. You got a copy? Jeff Glockner, you got a copy? Jeff may have stepped away for a minute, so we'll put him back. We'll try him again in a little bit. How about let's get a word in with Dave. Hey, Dave Gameforth, Paul up in the pre-race countdown booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Paul. How you doing, man?
All right, man. How's it going out there so far? You get to run any laps out there yet?
I think I've run 5 so far.
How's it feeling out there? You get to draft with anybody?
Yeah, I was just drafting with the 66 car. Feels pretty stable, so feels like Daytona.
I know Daytona's a kind of a crapshoot, man. It could be anybody's game. Stages are going to be at 18 and 36, so two pretty short kind of shootouts for stage points. 75-lap race, probably going to be a pretty quick one. What is it, just cross your fingers and hope you don't get caught up in the big one, or you got a plan here?
I never have a plan, I'll be honest with you. With, like you said, this is just a big crapshoot, and you're either going to get crap or you're going to get lucky, so...
I know.
It's I'm going to hope for luck tonight. I need a bit of luck. It's been a rough couple weeks for me, so...
Yeah, last night's race wasn't real good. I got 3 wide with you and Shane, and end up ending my night, ruining your night, man. But hopefully that's not a replay of tonight. I'm not in the race, so you ain't got to worry about me right now.
That was just good hard racing. I'm not upset about that one at all. So you're a good guy to race with. I trust being around you.
Yeah, I wish I was out there tonight, honestly, man. We got some storms rolling through here, so I'm just praying that we don't lose power and we're able to stay connected here throughout the whole race. But I'm surprised to see not that big of a turnout just yet. Usually Daytona and Talladega, I mean, everybody and then some come out. Right now it looks like there's only about 16, maybe 17 drivers out there on the track joining. So I don't know. It could be in favor having a short field, you know?
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Like you said, normally you get into these Talladega and Daytona rooms, there's like 30, 35 people. Everybody comes to race at these tracks because everybody has a legitimate chance, right? It's just like the real plate racing. So if we only end up with 20-some people tonight, I think they'll have a real good race. And like you said, the stages are short. You're going to have to make your moves quickly if you want to get up there or just right around to the back. That's something you got to decide on. I need the win. I'm out of the chase points. I've missed a few weeks, so a win will get me in. That's the only way I'm going to make it. So that's my goal for tonight.
Well, tonight's definitely a good opportunity to get a win because, like you said, this is anybody's race here, man. So we'll wish you the best. Hope you get a better turnout than you did last night, and we'll take a spot at you on the track, see what you're doing out there, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you get back to it?
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Paul, for all you do and the sponsors of the league. I'm sorry, I forget what the sponsor is for tonight. I'm not used to talking to everybody. The Mr. Bubbles truck gets in the shop getting repaired already for next week, so we'll be good to go next week. And looking forward to getting my big-ass fans Camaro into Victory Lane tonight.
Nice. Yeah, tonight's brought to you by United Real Estate. They're sponsoring tonight's race. So hopefully you can get up there and get a podium finish tonight, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and thank you for the sponsorship, United Real Estate Association. Appreciate it.
All right. Good luck to you, man.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, that was David Gainford, driver of the 101. Last night, him and I went to go take it 3 wide, and I think I was in the middle. He was on the outside, and Shane Papala was down low, and we almost had it. And unfortunately, my truck was destroyed. I was done, and his truck got badly damaged. So he went, I think, a lap or 2 down, and I just didn't have the speed. But hopefully tonight's a little bit different story for him. I was trying to get a word in with Jeff Glockner. I'm not sure if he's back yet or not, but I'm going to try somebody else real quick. Let me see. Let me try to get a word in with Mr. Jay Felton here. Jay Felton, Paul up in the pre-race countdown. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do, Paul.
All right, bud. You got to run some laps out there. I see you're 3rd quickest right now. How's it feeling?
Feels great.
Feel like you got a chance here tonight?
Absolutely. I tell you, Paul, I could finish first. I could finish last. I could finish in any position in between those, and I don't feel like I got any control over any of it.
I know. When it comes to these tracks, I mean, you know how it is, man. You're in the wrong place, the wrong time, and that's it. But I don't know. Should be doing pretty good. You seem to pick up some speed these last couple of weeks. We've been watching you get faster and seem to get yourself composed a lot better out here. We're looking for a good race tonight. 18 laps is going to be the first stage, and lap 36 is going to be the second. So 2 18-lap shootouts, man. That's definitely going to throw a wild card in there.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun, Paul. I mean, that's kind of what my strategy is when we come to a plate track is, there's so much of it out of my control. I just come here and say, let's have a good time.
Yeah. We'll be looking. We'll be watching. I just know it's definitely going to be an interesting race here, man, because, guys that are trying to get stage points, you got to hurry up. You only have 18 laps to get it, and then another 18 laps to get it. That kind of puts a little bit of pressure on, and sometimes it causes guys to, make some moves that you normally wouldn't when you have some time,
Yeah, it could do that. I guess we're going to all find out, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, we wish you the best, man. We'll be watching and see what you got here tonight. You've been doing really good. So we'll keep our eyes on you. Let me ask you something. Were you down in speed with Ron or down with SGM?
Speed.
All right. All right, good luck to you, buddy. We'll see you on the track.
Thank you, Paul.
All right. I think I need to pay attention to where I get guys from. Yeah, I'm really surprised. Right now, only 16 drivers out here. Definitely not what we expected for a plate track. Like you say, usually plate tracks bring everybody out. So kind of weird to not see, 30-plus cars out here. I know also, summertime, so people have plans. But we should have a pretty good race here tonight. Right now we're looking at the 4 of Timothy Lewis and the 41 of Kurt Davidson. They're currently 4th and 5th in practice here. Let's see, who else can we talk to out here? Thinking maybe let's try and get Timothy Lewis. Hey, Tim Lewis, Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir, Paul.
Hey, man, we were just watching you out there with Kurt running some laps. You're about 4th in practice right now. How's the car feeling out there pushing and drafting?
Yeah, I think it feels really good tonight. I was really trying there a while ago. We spun it, but just seeing what it would do. But it seemed like we was pushing pretty hard in the corners. All I could. It was really never letting up. So I think it's pretty good. And also earlier we had a little bit of a group, and the outside seemed to be pretty fast. I think we'll have a good race tonight if we can keep from piling them up.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing, because we were just saying stages are going to be at lap 18 and lap 36. So it's kind of a hurry up and get there kind of deal if you want to get stage points. And you know how that goes. Sometimes you make moves that you normally wouldn't make. So I'm not really sure which way that's going to fall. The only thing that's in our favor, and I'm surprised, is the small field tonight.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know. This group here I run with, we've kind of the last 4 or 5 races, we've started in the back and kind of stayed there and tried to be there at the end. And it's paid off a time or two, I think, and so we haven't discussed it tonight, but that's probably the same route we'll go.
All right, man. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes out of your time of warm-up to talk with us. We'll be looking for you on the track, man, and see what you got.
All right, thank you all. Have fun up there tonight.
All right. Good luck, buddy. All right, I'm going to get one more driver here once he gets connected to the server. Let's take a quick look here. Mostly cloudy skies, 81 degrees. Air temperature is 70. Track is 81. Should be a pretty good race. You heard the driver say that the track feels pretty good. I want to get a word in with Braden Johnson as soon as he gets into the server. And I know he's looking for a win in this series really bad. He got to win in the Truck Series, got to win in the Cup Series, but has nothing here in the B Series. So tonight could be the night. Let me see if I can get Jeff Glockner back up. Hey, Jeff Glockner, Paul up in the pre-race booth. You got a copy? Jeff Glockner, Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy? Or either he may be away or he might be having trouble talking back. We'll try him again in a little bit, one more time, see if we can't get a word in with him. Let me get a word in with Mr. Mike Grandy here. Hey, Mike Grandy, Paul up in the pre-race countdown. Do you got a copy?
Copy it, Paul.
Hey, man, good to see you out here tonight. You get to run any laps out there just yet?
Ran a couple laps just to, get the feel of things. Car's pretty good. Daytona's pretty routine.
Yeah, one of those kind of races where, it's really open for anybody, man. It's being in the right place, the right time, avoiding that big one. How's it feel being back? I know you've been gone for a couple weeks, and, we're sorry for your losses and everything that happened with you, man. We pray for you and, send out some vibes your way, man, to help you and your family, dude.
Yeah, well, I certainly appreciate it. It's been a tough couple weeks. Things are good, and probably going to miss a few more races here in the near future, but when I can race, I will.
Yeah, well, it's good to see you out here. You got a pretty sharp-looking car out there, man. We'll keep our eyes open and see what you got. See if you can get out of here with the checkers tonight, bud.
Appreciate it. I'm going to do what I can.
All right, man. Good luck to you, and thanks for letting us talk with you for a little bit.
Thanks, and much appreciation to United Real Estate.
Yeah, we do appreciate them coming on board, and we were trying to get a word in with Jeff, but I don't know if he's having problems or not. Jeff, was the one who got the sponsor over here at SoMo, so we wanted to get him on here and have him say a couple of words, but I can't get any reply back from him. But we appreciate you taking your time from your warm-up, dude, and good luck, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
All right. All right, that was Mike Grandy, driver of the number 12. Looks like he's driving the Mountain Dew Camaro out there. Should be heading trackside in a little bit. Trying to see if there's anybody else I can grab real quick. Let me try Tom Clayton. Hey, Tom Clayton, Paul, up in the pre-race countdown. You got a copy, Tom? I must have caught everybody when they walked away. Everybody must be getting ready because it's a long race here. I get one last driver here, Mr. Len McNeese in the number 84. Do you got a copy? Oh, Len McNeese, do you got a copy? I know Len lost power last night during the truck race, and I know Len doesn't live too far from me. I'm hoping I don't lose power here tonight, but it's that time of the year. All right, I guess we're going to go trackside, and we'll join these guys down on track before they go to qualify. All right, we are trackside. Let's take a look at some of these drivers out here tonight. Pack of cars right here. Kurt Davidson, Timothy Lewis, a whole bunch of drivers out here. Looks like they got a little less than 7 minutes before qualify. Should be a pretty good race. Looks like right now there's 16, 17, 18 drivers out. Oh, everybody trying to get down pit road. Or something. Or stopping down. Oh, big wrecks. Big wrecks. These guys are probably in driver's meeting right now, so we'll just hang out a minute and wait for them. Let's take a look at some of the cars out here on the track. Got some pretty sharp looking paints out there. Let's take a look at some of the guys. We got Mike Grandy in the number 12, Joe Mitchell in the number 18, Stephen Bird in the number 26, Jeff Sharp in the 73, Tom Clayton in the 66, David Gameforth in the 101, Brad Hicks in the 86, Ron Hollyfield in the 7, Shane Papala in the Coffee and Glitter Mom Ford Mustang 89. Kurt Davidson. Ooh, I'm hearing some wicked thunder rolling through. Kurt Davidson in the 41. Timothy Lewis in the 4, Jimmy Johns. Jay Felton in the Hooters number 9 Camaro. Chris Samard, Black Crown 77. And Jeff Glockner, United Real Estate's Camaro out here. Yeah, I was hearing some wicked thunder coming through, shaking the room here. All right, these guys are going to finish up the driver's meeting, have a couple more minutes out on the track, and then they'll be back on racing. Let's see what we got here in the meantime.
Tired of spending several dollars on a cup of coffee each morning? So is Joe. At $3 a cup, or $40 a week, Joe spent more than $2,000 per year. Why? Well, coffee beans are predominantly grown, picked, harvested, and bundled in South America, under the watchful eye of Billy the Coffee Goat. The beans are shipped to the United States blenders and roasters, who supply them to manufacturers, who grind, package, and send them to your local stores and shops. So when Joe buys his overpriced morning cup, he's actually paying the coffee shop, the manufacturer, the roaster and blender, and the farmer in South America who has to feed Billy the Coffee Goat. So, Joe decided to join the Dollar Coffee Club. And now he gets a great cup of South American grown coffee for just $1 per cup. That's right, $1. And Joe actually gets more from his cup. His coffee is blended with herbs and botanicals that provide healthy benefits that can help him lose weight and increase his energy and focus. Plus, Joe also gets delicious teas and fruit beverages with benefits like immune support, joint health, and more, all still for just $1 a cup. Now, Joe's happy. He's so happy with the Dollar Coffee Club, he shared it with other people who were also tired of buying expensive coffee, and started his very own Dollar Coffee Club. Not only does he enjoy quality coffee every morning, but he's made enough money to fly to South America and adopt Billy the Coffee Goat. The Dollar Coffee Club. Perfect for you, perfect for Joe, and perfect for Billy.
All right, we're riding on top of Shane Papala's number 89, coffeeandglittermom.com. Take a quick lap around while time runs out and these guys get ready to go to qualify. Shane and Timothy Lewis, two teammates side by side. Ooh, Brad Hicks, I don't know where he just came from. Gonna be first stage at lap 18, second stage at lap 36. And it's gonna be a 75 lap race here tonight. These guys are crazy. That's gonna be a hard hit. Oh yeah. Like you're gonna need an ambulance for that. All right, time is just about up. We'll be going to qualify. It's gonna be a single car qualify. All right, let's see who gets out on the track first. We'll take a lap around with them. Let's see. Not seeing anybody out. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to see anybody qualifying. Darn it. I joined the wrong... instead of joining under watch, I went in as if I was racing because I forgot. So it doesn't let me see anybody. So I'll... see if it's going to let me at least see them score and find out who's going to be in what spot. Man, I forgot about that. Put on some music for a little bit to help with the silence here. Waiting to see some times come rolling in. Gotta love it. Wonder what happened. Len McNeese not on the track anymore. I wonder if he lost power again. I know he lost power last night. Had some wicked storms come through. I think he's only about an hour and a half north of where I'm at. And we've been getting hammered. Seems like every time we turn around, there's another storm rolling through. What's up there, Larry?
How's it going?
Going pretty good, man. Appreciate you coming on in. I know you're tired from your vacation, man. I messed up. I joined through the race server instead of the watch server, so I can't even watch anybody qualify, man. We're doing rookie mistakes here.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm a little honey roasted, man.
You had a good time?
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Got to ride a jet ski for the first time. Broke it in pretty well.
Yeah, I seen you out there. I think, was that you pulling them around on the tube?
Yeah, I got the kiddos and threw my wife off a couple times, so it was a good thing.
Yeah, I seen some videos posted saying that you were pulling people around on the tube, man. Look pretty rough. Look good, though, man.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah, we just got storms coming through, man. It seems like every night now, just about. My phone's been going off the hook with warnings and stuff with all kinds of things. And I know last night Len McNeese lost power, and I see he's gone again. So I wonder if he lost power again. He's only about an hour north of me. And dude, just a few minutes ago, my room was shaking with the thunder rolling by.
Oh man, that sounds pretty rough.
Yeah, summertime in the South. What are you gonna do?
That is true.
But we got 75 laps here tonight. There's going to be stages at lap 18 and lap 36. So it's going to be like a sense of urgency for some of these guys that want the stage points to try to get up to the front. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, you know?
Yeah, that's true. One thing about Daytona, all these super speedways, it could be anybody's race.
Yeah. But, you know, the one thing that's going to add to it is having them short shootout, like 18-lap kind of shootouts for the stage points. Going to be a little bit rough because, you know, if you want the stage points, you got to go. And you're probably going to take some chances that you normally wouldn't take without having that. So it's kind of a mixed bag thing.
Right. I think probably for the next 5 to 10 laps, probably a couple of kind of hang back and kind of squeeze it in the front.
I see right now Jeff Glockner being the fastest one out here. Be cool to see if Jeff Glockner grabs the pole here tonight.
Yes, sir, it would. It would be great.
All right, qualifying is over, and it looks like Jeff Glockner going to get his first pole here at SoMo. That's going to be pretty cool. All right, let me switch here to a different camera and throw up the grid here. So we got Jeff Glockner getting his first pole here at SoMo. Jeff Glockner going to start in the number 1 spot. Chris Amard starting second. Third's going to be Jeff Sharp. Fourth is David Gainforth. Fifth is going to be Braden Johnson. Braden, I know, is in search of that first win here in the B Series. Stephen Bird rolling off 6th. 7th is Mike Grandy. 8th is Ron Hollyfield. 9th is Brad Hicks. 10th is Tyler Pluff. 11th is Shane Papala. 12th is Joe Mitchell. Jay Felton's going to be 13th. Kurt Davidson's rolling off 14th. Tom Clayton going to roll off 15th. James McDavid 16th. Len McNeese shown in 17th. I don't think he's back in the server. And Timothy Lewis 18th. Obviously, it's showing me 19th, but I'm not racing out there tonight. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, I was just talking to Larry. Larry stopped in real quick to say hi. He just got back from vacation, so appreciate him stopping in and talking with me. Jeff Glockner going to start here in the United Real Estate's Camaro, and that's who's sponsoring tonight's race. Is United Real Estate. This is the Daytona 75. We got stages coming up at lap 18 and lap 36. There's going to be a little bit of a sense of urgency for guys to try and get to the front. And it does look like, I believe Len McNeese did make it back out. No, I see him in chat, but I don't see him on the track yet. So maybe he'll get on and start from the pits. So Jeff Glockner, the number 24, grabbing the pole here tonight. That's pretty good. See if he can hang on to it, stay up in the front here. Hopefully we don't see the super big one come out. There are no fast repairs at SoMo. They can go anytime the pace car leaves, or they can wait for the green leader's choice. And right now, the only drivers I don't see on the track are Len McNeese and James McDavid. I'm not seeing any times or any speed from them. So, not sure if Len was able to get his stuff fired back up in time and get on. We'll keep an eye and see if he does make it back out. All right, we're getting ready to fire this thing up, take this thing green here. Pace car does go in, and they are quickly on it. Jeff Glockner able to hang on to the lead right away. There we go. He's got the 73 of Jeff Sharp right behind him. The 77 of Chris Samard up on the top side, trying to get that outside line moving. Crank him up just a little bit more. So it looks like you got the 77 of Chris Samard, the 101 of David Gainforth, and I believe that's the 26 of Stephen Bird up there, top three cars in that top line. And it looks like Samard's going to get scored the leader that lap. Ooh, little bit of a slide right there by the 36 of Braden Johnson, jumping up to that outside line. Let's take a quick jump with Braden here. To 94 of Tyler Pluff. I believe that's a 7 of Ron Hollyfield in that AC Delco Camaro. See Joe Mitchell in the 18 Toyota Care Camaro up there. And everybody still hanging on double wide here. Looks like it's between Chris Samard right now and Jeff Glockner, who's going to get through the line first. And Len McNeese out on the track. He was able to get on. He's about 21 seconds behind. I think he had to start from the pits. Jeff Glockner back out front. Right now, it looks like Chris Samard stuck up on the outside by himself. Let's see if he's going to be able to jump back down in. Yeah, it looks like David Gainforth is going to let him get in. Let's go back a little bit in the field here. Tom Clayton down on the inside in the 65 gets by the 94 Tyler Pluff. Go back a little bit. Tyler Pluff trying to hook up with his teammate Braden Johnson there on the outside. See Jay Felton down low in the 86 of Brad Hicks right there. Go back to Shane Papala, Kurt Davidson, Timothy Lewis, 3 teammates together hanging out in the back. And then Len McNeese, who was able to get on the track. Looking for lap 18 for stage 1. Looks like guys are starting to single file out a little bit right now, up towards the front. Let's jump to the back of Jeff Glockner. And now Jeff's got 4 laps led, coming to 5 laps led, grabs the pole here tonight. Well, I don't know if you can hear that, but man, there's some wicked thunder going on. Looks like, let's see, Jeff Glockner, Jeff Sharp, Mike Grandy, Chris Samard, David Gainforth through top 5. Stephen Bird right here in the 26. He's running 6. Joe Mitchell in the 18 is 7. Tom Clayton in the 66 is 8. Ron Hollyfield in the 7 is 9th. And Jay Felton rounding out your top 10. Let's go back to Tyler Pluff in the 94 and 11. Braden Johnson in 12th. Brad Hicks in 13th. And it looks like we got a little bit of action going on in the front again. Chris Samard going to try the high line with the 101 of David Gainforth. See if they can get something going again up there. Samard was able to get by and lead a lap earlier. Right now there's only the 2 of them out there. They, not really sure. It looks like they get a pretty good run, just not enough to do anything just yet. But it'd be good to see that outside line come in. Tell you what, see Jeff Glockner take the pole and out front. He's having himself a good run here right now. 7 laps led. I know Jeff said he's been doing a lot of testing, trying to get his stuff a little bit more tuned up. Inside with the 26 of Stephen Bird. Jump in with the 101 of David Gainforth real quick. In 6th on the outside line, still following Chris Samard. Let's jump in with Samard. You see Stephen Bird down low. Mike Grandy up there in that Mountain Dew. Eight more laps for the end of stage 1. Look like they're trying to get that outside line going a little bit. Just for 2 cars up there, they're not doing really bad. Haven't really lost a whole lot. They do get up to the front, just not able to complete the pass. If they got about 3 or 4 more cars to join them up there, it might be a little bit better. You see Len McNeese going to move out of the way maybe. I know Len will be glad to see that stage caution come out, get him back on the lead lap and back in the bunch with these guys. And had some probably some issues with that storm rolling through. Not sure if it hit him first and hitting us second or vice versa, but man, it was pretty rough here. Weren't really even sure if we were going to be able to broadcast. So Jeff Glockner's still out front. Jeff Sharp giving him a push. So Len McNeese going to drop in with the crowd. And wait for when that stage caution comes out. Get that lucky dog, get back on the lead lap. Go back here to Ron Hollyfield in the 7. Looks like Len went up to let him go on by maybe. No, he's going to tuck it back in. Tell you what, if Len can get back on the lead lap and in with these guys, it looks like he's got a pretty fast car going right now. Up front, we still have Jeff Glockner. On the outside, we have the 77 of Chris Samard, the 101 of David Gainforth. We see Jay Felton now up there on the outside. And I believe that is Len McNeese behind him, trying to make that a 4-car line. Now the day late and a dollar short on that one. Yeah, we got 4 cars on the outside. If they can just keep it a little bit tighter, they might be all right. Nice to see that outside line make some noise here. Sounds like we're winding them up. So Jeff Glockner out front, 14 laps led. He would love to get that United Real Estate Camaro in victory circle here for United Real Estate's your sponsor of tonight's race on the Daytona 75. Let's check out what's going on with Jay Felton here. Going to be coming to the end of the stage here in just about half a track. See if Jeff Glockner is going to take his first stage win. And they're shuffling a little bit more further back. And ready to come.
Caution's out, caution's out. saucers out.
And Jeff Glockner's going to take stage 1, man. Oh, that's pretty awesome. That is way cool to see Jeff do that. All right, let's take a look at our stage results. You got Jeff Glockner finishing first. It's going to score Jeff Sharp second, Mike Grandy third, Chris Samard fourth, David Gainforth fifth, Stephen Bird sixth, Jay Felton seventh, Joe Mitchell eighth, Tom Clayton ninth, and Ron Hollyfield 10th. And I know Jeff's got to be pretty happy about that one. Starting on the pole, hanging on to that lead, and coming across to get that stage win. First stage win here at SoMo for Jeff. We'll wait for these guys to go ahead in. Probably going to be, my guess at this point would be 4 tires and fuel. Probably see some guys go with no tires or just right side tires. So we'll keep an eye on them as they come into pit road. And Len McNeese should be the lucky dog, so he'll get back on the lead lap. We'll have all the drivers on the lead lap, and Len will have a chance to do something with that second stage. Drive down pit road with our leader. So we'll see if Jeff can hang on to the lead. First one in, see if he can be the first one out. Yep, good stop. Looked like I think the 73 might have had it back up just a pinch. Ooh, Grandy. Oh, a bunch of guys going to have a fast stop there. Randy with a 10.8. That'll put Mike Grandy up in the front. Grandy will get a bonus point for leading the lap. He'll be bringing them to green. Joe Mitchell is going to come out second. Jeff Sharp loses 1 spot. He's going to come out third. Tom Clayton fourth. And Jeff Glockner will come out fifth. See if I can get a word in with Jeff. I'm not really sure if he's able to hear or talk with me. I'm going to try one more time. We tried a couple times. Hey, Jeff Glockner, Paul up in the booth. You got a copy? Jeff Glockner, this is Paul up in the booth. Yeah, he must be having some issues with it. Anyhow, Jeff, if you can hear me, we just wanted to congratulate you on the pole and on the stage win there. You're starting 5th, not too bad. So hopefully you get back up there towards the front. Looked like you got a good car out there tonight, man. They must be having some issues with sound, because I could see him the button lighting up like he's trying to talk, but I can't hear anything. So that's going to put Mike Grandy out front in the number 12. We'll see what Mike Grandy's got for these guys.
Nick Tandy, what a move. Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it in at 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Hey, you're watching the Top City Travel B Series here at SoMo Racing League. This is United Real Estate's Daytona 75. We saw Jeff Glockner start on the pole. He came out. He's got a bunch of lap leads and stage 1 winner. Lost a couple spots in the pits. Going to be starting 5th here. Mike Grandy going to get up into the front. They are lined up side by side. Looks like Grandy's going to take the inside. Lights are off on the pace car. So far, so good. Power's still on. So Len McNeese going to get back on the lead lap after having some issues early on with, I'm going to say storm related, because I know he's not too far from me. All right, we're waiting for the pace car to go in. We'll see if Mike Grandy's going to take it as soon as they go in, or is he going to wait for the green?
Go, come on.
And he does wait for the green. Joe Mitchell behind him on the inside line. Tom Clayton going to quick shoot down and get behind Joe Mitchell. Try and take 3rd from Jeff Sharp. We saw Chris Martin, a couple of drivers getting that outside line together earlier, so we'll see if they're going to do the same thing again here. So Jeff Glockner now going to the outside with Stephen Bird in at number 26, followed by the 9 of Jay Felton. We'll see if these guys can get anything together. Cars are just a little bit wiggly right there. Chris Samard with a strong move right now to the front of that outside line with the one-on-one of David Gainforth. And it looks like Stephen Bird's going to drop it back down behind Jay Felton, leave 3 cars out in that outside line. Go back here. Len McNeese now sitting in 11th. Go back a little further. Tyler Pluff and that 94 on the outside. Braden Johnson in a 36. And a whole slew of teammates right there on the inside line. Up here with Stephen Bird and the number 26 Oreos. Joe Mitchell takes the lead. Grandy's going to move back a couple of spots. Samard now on the back bumper of the 18 of Joe Mitchell. Samard all over the back bumper of that 18. Samard to the outside. He's got the one-on-one of David Gainforth behind him, trying to push him to the lead. Jeff Sharp and Jay Felton jump up in the outside line now. Gonna have 4 cars up there. See if they're able to push these guys to the front. Let's see who's going to be the first one across the line. Is it going to be Samard or is it going to be Mitchell? Right now, Mitchell does have the advantage, but it's a long ways to the line. And Mitchell just edges him out, so Joe Mitchell going to grab the lead back from Chris Samard. But that outside line doing a little bit for them. So Grandy now able to get back to the bumper of Joe Mitchell, gain himself back up towards the front. Right behind him on the inside line is the 66 of Tom Clayton. On outside of him is the 73 of Jeff Sharp. And we got 5 cars up there on that outside line now. Len McNeese has joined that run. If they can just keep it a little bit straighter, they may have a chance at it. Every time one of those cars blows off a little bit to the side, it kind of parachutes them down a little bit. Let's go back here to these guys a little bit further back. Looks like Brad Hicks and the 41 of Kurt Davidson up on the outside. Braden Johnson now going to run up to the top. I'm going to have to find out a little bit more on the teammates here. And look at Jeff Glockner back for 4th and 5th. So keeping that car up in the front. Jeff Glockner started on the pole. Four more laps for the end of stage 2. You can feel the urgency right now. See Jay Felton slide up there right in front of Len McNeese. I don't know if that was a planned slide or not, but looked like Len gave him a little bit of room, collect himself. Let's go sit up on top of Joe Mitchell's car. Oh no, we cannot. I forgot Joe does not have a camera for us. We go up to the top of Chris Samard out in that outside line. Chris with a good, strong run here. Is he going to beat Joe Mitchell to the line? No, Joe still edges him out. So we got two more laps. And we'll be at the end of stage 2. Right now, the way it looks like Joe Mitchell may have that stage wrapped up. So far, we've only had one caution for the stage. And these guys have been racing it out pretty hard. And this time by the stripe should end the stage. Will be the end of stage 2. Let's see how this all gets scored out. You can see guys are pushing it as hard as they can right now. Oh no! Wow, I'm not sure how that's gonna end up. There was a lot of cars taken out on that one. Let's go back and see if we can't see what happened, man. That I don't know. Let's back that up just a little bit here and see. This looks like the 12 and the 18 might have got a little bit into it, and looked like the 12 really suffered. Let's go back one more time. Yeah, it looked like he just caught a piece of the 18, got him into the grass. Looks like Len McNeese, 12, the 9, a couple other drivers involved in that one. So I'm not really sure how this is. We're going to put up the stage end. It's going to show Chris Samard as your stage winner, Tom Clayton, Jeff Glockner, Jeff Sharp, Stephen Bird, Ron Hollyfield, Joe Mitchell, David Gainforth, Len McNeese, Mike Grandy, your top 10 in the stages. That's all unofficial. We'll have to let the admins work that one out. But we'll go with what it says, Chris Samard. Chris Samard going to be your stage 2 winner. These guys should be coming down pit road. So we'll see Chris Samard come in first. Will he go out first? We're going to see a lot of different strategies. Obviously, we're going to see some guys now sitting, getting some damage repaired after that stage end. A lot of drivers involved in that. We're seeing 4 tires going on Samard. 15-3, so he does get out first. It looks like Kurt Davidson and Shane Papala stayed out. We see some drivers still getting some damages repaired. Gainforth, Mitchell, Sharp, McNeese, Grandy, Felton. So it was only 6 lead changes, 37 laps down, 38 laps to go. 2 cautions, I guess kind of for the stages. We see Kurt Davidson out here right now. He started 14th. He is up in the front. We just got to wait for him to go across the line and score it. He's being followed by his teammate, the number 89 of Shane Papala. And then Chris Samard in 3rd, Tom Clayton in 4th, Jeff Glockner in 5th. So they are going to come in. Seeing 4 tires go on both cars. 15-2, 15-5. Mike Grandy's still sitting in the pits. So Chris Samard now out front. Tom Clayton in 2nd. Jeff Glockner up to 3rd. Stephen Bird in 4th. And Ron Hollyfield now in 5th. Braden Johnson in search of that first win here in the B Series. Take a look at something here. Trying a kind of a helmet cam view. Just want to see how it looks, see what kind of adjustments I need to make to it. Trying something a little bit different. Try to bring a different perspective from inside the car. Look a little bit further back. It was something I'm working on, trying to give it kind of a helmet type cam, almost like the driver's full face helmet there. Take a look later on and see what it looks like on the replay. See if it's something I want to pursue or not. All right, so Chris Samard is your leader. Tom Clayton on the outside, followed by Jeff Glockner, Stephen Bird, Braden Johnson, Ron Hollyfield, Tyler Pluff, and Joe Mitchell. Samard going to take the inside. All right, pace car's getting ready to go in. And Samard back on the loud pedal. Samard with a good run. Clayton still stuck up on the outside. That hole's going to close up by Jeff Glockner. Not going to be able to get down there. Seen Jeff Glockner pretty strong here tonight in that number 24 United Real Estate's Camaro. Started on the pole, got a bunch of laps led. And Tom Clayton gonna power by with a little help from the 26 of Stephen Bird. Clayton to the lead. And these guys are trying to get that outside line working right now. I believe that's Braden Johnson up there, first car in the outside line. Jeff Sharp a little bit further back with the 101 of David Gainforth, and I think that's the 84 of Len McNeese. It's go time now. Let's jump inside with Braden Johnson. I want to try that camera one more time. Back a little bit to Chris Samard. Back here in the outside line to David Gainforth. It looks like that outside line got a lot more cars on it now this time by. Let's see if these guys can gather up that line, straighten it out, and get up to the front. Clayton under fire right now by the 36 of Braden Johnson. I tell you what, the outside line looking pretty good right now. They are closing in. 77 of Samard's got to get to the back of that 26 to help that inside line. Here comes Shane Papala down behind Joe Mitchell. So Shane Papala moving down to the inside line right now. Braden Johnson scored for that lap. Clayton able to move out a little bit in front down the backstretch here. And here we go. Samard needs to get to the back of that 26, keep that inside line moving. Looking back from the leader, Tom Clayton. 194 miles an hour right there. Jump on the outside line with Braden Johnson. You see Jeff Sharp got a little bit of damage there, but still able to tuck it in and keep it going. Looks like right now the only driver a lap down is Mike Grandy. He is back out on the track. Clayton's going to get by the line in front of Braden one more time. So Clayton right now is going to have 7 laps led. And now top 5. Couple of cars damaged from that crash at the second stage caution. Let's see, I see Brad Hicks now up here in 11th. Let's take a look at where Brad Hicks started. Brad Hicks started 9th. Let's see, Tyler Pluff started 10th. Timothy Lewis started 18th. He's currently sitting 14th. Jeff Glockner started on the pole. He's shuffled back to 13th. Ron Hollyfield started 8th, and he's sitting in 15th. Jay Felton with major damage sitting back in 16th. And then Mike Grandy back in the pits. It looks like that outside line is doing pretty good, considering we got some cars up there with damage. Couple of guys coming into the pits to get their last little bit of fuel here. Let's take a look and see. Looks like Tom Clayton, Joe Mitchell opting to come in together, and they're going to try and probably run this one out. 6.5, it's not bad. So Stephen Bird is going to take over the lead. To get across the line and get officially scored for leading that lap. We have a couple of more drivers pulling off. Looks like they did a pretty good job getting in. Wasn't really sure where that was going to go. Stephen Bird, your leader. Chris Samard running second. Tyler Pluff running third. Jeff Sharp in fourth. Oh, David Gateforth in fourth now. Chain with a 5.7. Probably the fastest one there. And Jeff Glockner with a 14.8. They'll be watching these guys when they're getting ready to come in for their last final pit. They're going to have to pit one more time. You have Jeff Glockner, looks like Jay Felton, and they're going to move. Jeff moves up high, let Jay Felton go by. The leaders are closing in. You see Jeff Glockner move up high. Jeff's going to go down one lap. Jay Felton now going to stay down low. It's almost a close one right there. Timothy Lewis right there in front of the leaders in the number 4. I believe Timothy Lewis came in for that pit. Guys coming down pit road here. Samard, Gainforth, McNeese, and Sharp. McNeese 7.4, David Gainforth 7.4, Samard 7.5, and Jeff Sharp little bit more, 10.6. Still should be enough time to stay with these guys. Stephen Bird still out front. Tyler Pluff coming in. Ron Hollyfield coming in. Stephen Bird out there by him, lonesome. Looks like Timothy Lewis in the number 4 is going to push the 24 by the leader and get back on the lead lap the hard way. And Stephen Bird is not going in that lap, so he's going to stay out here and continue leading this race. And Jeff Glockner is going to leave Timothy Lewis out there on the outside. See how this is going to turn out here. Timothy Lewis on the outside, going to go by the 26 of Stephen Bird, get back on the lead lap. The 86 of Brad Hicks. Tell you what, without another caution, this is gonna be interesting to see. Stephen Bird right now in the middle of that, your leader. I mean, that could be to his advantage. kind of run 3/4 throttle, save a little bit of fuel. Kurt Davidson with damage. Not sure what happened to him. Shane Papala with damage. So, something must have happened on the track that we did not see. Tom Clayton with damage. Not sure what happened there. So it looks like Stephen Bird's your leader. He's about 35 seconds ahead of Braden Johnson right now in second. Tyler Pluff, Chris Samard, Len McNeese, David Gainford, Joe Mitchell, Timothy Lewis, Brad Hicks, and Jeff Sharp, your top 10. Some cars with some damage that I didn't see damage on before, so I'm not really sure what happened. No caution came out. Back up to, I see Tom Clayton going into pits. We see Stephen Bird, your leader, on the outside with these cars. Jeff Glockner behind him, trying to give him a little bit of help. And they're going to slowly close in now on the 18 of Joe Mitchell. Watch from the back of Joe's car. Oh, cannot watch from the back of Joe's car. No mind. See the difference from Joe Mitchell to the 4 of Timothy Lewis right there. It looks like Stephen Bird is coming into the pits. Needs to grab onto the back of those guys and see if he can get into that draft. But Braden Johnson going to take over the lead, I believe, this time by. Stephen Bird just coming out of the pits. Braden Johnson has to cross the line one more time here to become your leader. He's got, I believe, his teammate, Tyler Pluff. I'm not sure now. That's some of the questions that I got. Braden Johnson, 3 laps led. See if he's going to get that win that he's been looking for. Samard going to take a look to the outside. Got 11 laps to go. Tell you what, the 77 and the 101 been sticking together through this whole race. Now they got Len McNeese up there with him. See if Len can get up there closer to these guys. Looks like Len's having a little bit of a hard time staying with them. I know Braden Johnson wants that win. Seeing Chris Simard on the outside there is not making him feel pretty good, though. Trying to get a little bit of a side draft. And that was close. Braden Johnson does beat him to the line, but not by much. Tell you what, look at old Len McNeeson at number 84. Started from the pits with some troubles. Was a lap down early on, back on the lead lap, up in 5th. Had some damage on the car, so not able to keep up with these guys, but having a pretty good run here so far. And Brady Johnson going to take it to the line again one more time. 8 laps to go. And this is going to be close this time by the stripe. These guys on the outside got a pretty good run going. And Braden still gets it at the line one more time. Let's go back a little bit. Timothy Lewis leading this second pack. Got him, Brad Hicks, Jeff Glockner, Stephen Bird, and Jeff Sharp. And that's 6th through 10th. And they're not too far back from Len McNeese. See if we can see him from the back of Len's car. And they're just coming out as Len is hitting. Go back up front here. So now Ron Hollyfield up in the top with these two guys, with David Gainforth and Chris Simard. See if 3 cars, nope, Chris Simard gonna tuck it in back down low, try and use some of the draft off of them, maybe make a late run for it. Be coming to 5 laps to go this time by Braden Johnson out in the front looking for that win that's been eluding him. I know it's too soon to tell. 5 laps is a long way around here at Daytona. And Simard again back to the outside. And Johnson's gonna go up and try and throw a block. And I think that's gonna hurt him. He got lucky on that one because, man, he broke the draft with his partner there in the 94. Almost took it 3 wide. That could have turned out a lot worse than what it was. You see Samard and David Gainforth, they get a good run in. They just can't keep that run through the center of the turn. And Braden going to take it again at the line. So Braden going to have 11 laps led that time by. 3 laps to go. See what happens once they catch the 18 of Joe Mitchell. Is that going to be a factor in this run? Well, Joe's going to take it down below the line and not even be a part of it. 2 laps to go. Braden Johnson out front trying to get that first win here in the B Series at TopCityTravel.com. White flag this time by. Smart and Gainforth going to do everything they can on that outside line to try and get past him at the stripe and steal that win. Final lap, this is it. This is what Braden Johnson's been looking for a win here for a while now. Seen a little bit of contact between the 94 of Tyler Pluff and the 77 of Chris Samard. Johnson's going to try and steal some of that air. They're getting ready to come across the line. This is going to be a close one. Samard trying to side draft all he can. Who's going to have it at the line? Braden Johnson's going to get the win. Wow. I know he's got to be sweating that one out. Chris Samard being shown in second, Tyler Pluff in third. That was close. $14 lead changes. Not bad. I wonder why it's showing 0 cautions. Something must have happened here. I saw something lock up for a minute. Had a flash of electricity or something. I know we had 2 cautions for the stages, so but there's your winner, Braden Johnson. I know he's happy right now. 14 laps led, takes home the win. Been looking for a win in this series for quite some time now. Burning them down. All right. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll let these guys get everything together, and then we'll come back.
Is your personal computer running as well as it should be? Has something gone wrong and you don't know how to fix it? We rely on our computers for everything nowadays. Work, entertainment, and socializing, as well as storing personal data and precious photographs. So when your computer stops working, it could seem like life has stopped too. Our computer repair technicians are fully qualified and skilled. They are experienced and efficient enough to locate the cause of the problem and find the right solution to get your computer back up and running in the fastest possible time. And they'll do it without confusing you with geek speak or charging you the earth. Don't risk losing everything. Get your computer running right again. Call the professionals today.
All right, we are back here live. Let's get a word in with our third place finisher. We'll get a word in with Mr. Tyler Pluff. Tyler Pluff, Paul up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I hear you, Paul.
Hey, man, you finished third. You started 10th. How was it out there, man?
It was pretty crazy. You know, it took it easy the first two stages. The last stage, everyone kind of pitted a little earlier than I thought, so I was able to end the run a little bit and got out in the lead pack, and then it was just crazy drafting and blinking. The oil and temperature lights were blinking like crazy. It was wild. It was fun. It was a blast out there.
Yeah, that last run there, watching you push Braden, man, to the win. I was wondering if your car was going to blow up. We seen you guys connected there. You did a great job getting him and keeping him out to the front there, man. I know it's a scary spot to be in behind there, pushing so hard. But, man, I'll tell you what, that was definitely a great run there at the end, man. Great running by both of you guys.
Yeah, thanks. We're familiar with each other a lot, and I kept telling him, I'm like, hey, I'm about to blow up. And it's like, okay, so get some air. And then the last two laps, I was blinking temperatures. So it's like, well, checkers or wreckers. So let's do it. So ended up paying off, pushed them to a win, and got a third place myself. Not a bad night.
Yeah, not a bad night at all, considering you started 10, took your time back there, man, and I managed to avoid that big one. That was a pretty big mess there at the second stage, man, but third place is good. He owes you big time because I know he's been looking for a win here in the B Series for a long time, so I'm going to let him know too, man. He owes you big time for that push to the win, man.
Absolutely, he knows it, but, what goes around comes around, so I'm sure it'll when it comes time to pay me back, he will.
All right. Well, listen, man, great run. That was definitely a good push there, man, keeping him out in front of Chris Samar. Them guys in the outside line were charging hard, man, and you guys did a great job.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was surprised that the 101 was able to keep pace. He had some damage, and the 84 was there for a while too. I thought if they had three clean cars, they could have beat two on the inside, but as luck would have it, they took a little damage, and we had two cars on the inside, and we were able to hold them off.
Yeah, we saw Len McNeese. He had some damage in the front. He kind of lost the draft and was never able to really catch up to it. So it kind of left you four battling it out. But I'll tell you what, man, it was definitely exciting watching that last run. And hopefully this gives you some momentum for next week. I'm not even sure where we're at next week. I think we're off next week.
That's the 4th.
Yeah.
It's the 4th, and then after that we got. I don't know where we're going, but we'll be ready for it.
I was gonna say you're more prepared than me, man. I'm having a rough night here, man. But congratulations, bro, on the 3rd, and great run, man. And telling me owes you big time.
Yep, no worries. Thank you guys very much for broadcasting. Thanks for the sponsors, and appreciate SoMo out here.
All right, anybody watching? Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Teammates Braden, Andrew, Melvin, the Eames family.
All right,
That's
man.
for putting up with me.
Yeah. All right, man. Congratulations on 3rd, and we'll talk to you again in 2 weeks.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
All right. All right, let's get a word in. Let's see if Chris Samard is still here. We'll get a word in with Chris. Where's he at? Yes, he's still here. All right, Chris Samard, this is Paul up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, man, you started second. You finished second. Dude, what a run there at the end. You were trying to make that outside line work pretty much all race. You and David Gainford did a great job there, man, at the end, almost taking him out almost taking the win out of there for him. How was it for you, man, that last run?
Yeah, it was fun, the last run there. I didn't at first I have to thank Dave Gainforth for helping me the entire race, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have finished where I did. So he's pretty much where pushed me to second. So I'm happy about that. But I tried as hard as I could, and I didn't want to make it too close for anyone, but I tried as hard as I could. So.
I'll tell you what, man, that was a great run there at the end. There was so many times you guys would get the advantage going in, and then through the turn it would kind of fade off a little bit. But then a couple of charges at the line, man, was just so close to see where it was going to be scored. But David Gainforth and you, man, you guys stuck together the whole race, and yeah, he did a great job pushing you, man. You guys really did it good. You started second, you finished second, you got 8 laps led, so not really a bad night all in all.
Yeah, it was fun. The setup was great. I didn't really have to take that many tires. The first pit stop I did, but after that, there wasn't much tire wear at all. And that's pretty much how I stayed up front there after the first stage. I didn't take any more tires after that, and it really helped. So.
Oh, definitely a good run, man. Definitely exciting there at the end. You managed to avoid that mess there at the second stage, man. I don't know, a lot of cars got wrecked up in that one. Really wasn't expecting that, but I'll tell you what, man. 2 cautions, really, one for the stage, one kind of right at the stage with a wreck. So not really a bad run at all tonight, man. You guys did great. Next week is the 4th. You're off, and honestly, I'm unprepared. I have no idea where you guys go after that, but you got a week to relax and then back at it again, man, on Wednesday night here at the Top City Travel B Series.
Yeah, I can't remember the actual schedule either for not next week, but the week after. But it'll be a nice break, anyways, for Wednesday, and then I think we run Thursday at Daytona again. So.
Yeah, Thursday will be at Daytona. The schedule was kind of thrown off a little bit because of the 4th of July, but it should be pretty good. The Cup cars are a whole lot different animals, so I'm not really sure. Like, you guys were able to make the outside line work a little bit here. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case on Thursday night's Daytona next week.
Yeah, the Cup cars are a little bit different. You have to really stay in the middle of the draft, and you can't really get a run. I mean, the inside line would have to let up a little bit for you to get a run on the outside, unless you had like 6 or 7 cars behind you. It's just a lot tougher drafting-wise to keep up with the Cup cars. So.
Well, I just took a look at the schedule, and off next week and then back at Kentucky. So not too bad.
Yeah, I like Kentucky. Well, I pretty much like any track, so I'm happy we're going there. So.
All right, man. Well, listen, we appreciate you stopping in and talking with us. Good run here. Taking second. I know it ain't the win, but, man, you did a great job staying up there all night. And one-on-one, David Gameforth for staying behind you there, man, and pushing you. Before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you up in the booth there, SI Broadcasting, Top City Travel for sponsoring the league, my wife and son, and of course Dave Gameforth for helping me out there the entire race. That's pretty much why I finished second. So he's a great teammate. So
yeah, it's good to have somebody there with you like that too, man. He's able to stay with you through that race, so that's good. All right, man. Well, listen, enjoy the week off, and we'll see you back at Kentucky in 2 weeks.
All right, Paul. Have a good night.
All right, you too. All right, that was David Gameforth. He finished second. Let's go to our winner, the man who's been looking for a win here for quite some time, Braden Johnson. This is Paul up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes. How the hell are you doing, buddy?
Not as good as you, man. I'll tell you what. I know. You don't even have to tell me. I know you were sweating it out, man, there at that last run with them guys on the outside. You've been looking for the win here for a long time, man, and I know you had to be hoping it wasn't going to come down to a last lap pass.
Oh, yeah, and I saw him kept getting the runs, and it even seemed like, too, he was getting such a good one on the corner into 3, and then he would also be there at the exit of 4, but I would get him kind of at the tri-oval, but it'd be, man, I was just sweating and sweating. I had kind of like sweat beads running in my VR, making my eyes burn. It was bad, but it's so good.
I know. I was saying too, man. You're looking for a win so bad. I'll tell you what, Tyler Pluff, man, he did a great job keeping you out there in the front. And I told him, I said, dude, you owe him big time for this.
Oh, I know it too, and half this win is because of him. And you know, he was telling me at one point, he was like, oh, I'm blinking. And I was like, dude, we're going to blow it up or we're going to win it.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I'll tell you what, man, you guys put on a great show. You come out of here with 14 laps led. You started 5th, so you weren't really too far off the pace there on the start, man. And you got it out there in the front on the inside. There was a couple of times going to the line where, I mean, it was just so close. You couldn't really tell who was going to be scored the leader, whether it was going to be you or Samard. And a couple of them, you beat them by a couple feet. A couple of them seemed like it was only like maybe a fender, man. I'll tell you what, that was definitely exciting. And I know you had to be sweating that one out, man. I was saying, in the back of my mind, I was hoping you don't lose it on the last lap pass, because that would like really suck. I know you've been looking for a win here for so long, man. So it's got to feel good now to be able to get it and put it behind you and go look for another one.
Oh, yeah. And now that I got the monkey off my back, I think that pressure will kind of, go away, and I can actually calm down and not get so worked up before the races. But, I mean, and I got to give Samard some good props, too, because he was able to hold it pretty much right on my side and just not even touch me, but be right there to where I had no wiggle room. I mean, that's what you kind of have to do when you're racing here. And for them two to hold that outside like they did, I mean, that was just some good racing, and I can't wait to go watch it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys you couldn't put a paper in between you at some points, man. It was definitely exciting up here in the booth watching it, man. And congratulations, bro. I don't know what else I could tell you, man. You finally got it. You got to win in all 3 series here now, so you should be well on your way here.
Yeah, since I'm locked into all the chases, I'm happy to finally get that done and, hopefully win a championship in at least one of them.
Yeah, you got 3 to choose from, man. Hey, next week is off for the 4th of July, but when we get back in 2 weeks, it's Kentucky. How do you feel about coming back to Kentucky following a win?
I love Kentucky. It's a good track, and since it's the old style bumpy one, it's got a lot of character to it, and it's one of my more favorite places to race. So I'm hoping to be able to sneak a win there again.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Make it back to back. All right, bro. Well, listen, man. You started 5th. You finished 1st. You got 14 laps led. You got that win that's been dangling out in front of you, man. So you, like you say, you put that monkey off your back on that one. Before we let you get out of here and go celebrate, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Pluff for pushing me to that win. My teammates and my girlfriend for painting that Golden Knights car that I took to Victory Lane today. Natural Light, which I'm going to ingest a heavy amount of. Coffee and Glitter Mom. Top City Travel. Send Us Fines. SR Broadcasting. And my uncle for helping me with the strategy. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But, oh, man, it feels so good.
Yeah, it's got to feel good, man. I know you've been looking for this one for a while. All right, man, congratulations, and go celebrate. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Kentucky, man.
You take care. Thank you very much.
All right, good luck, man. All right, that was your winner, Mr. Braden Johnson. 14 laps led, started 5th. Finally bagged that win that he's been trying to get here for a little while. That win has been beyond him. Every time he's got it in the bag, something happens. This time he was able to pull it off. Next week, these guys will be off for the 4th of July. Tomorrow night, Bofa Broadcasting, BOFA, Bofa Broadcasting will be live here with SoMo Racing League in the Portside Jaguar Land Rover Series. And they'll be at Chicagoland for 155 laps. So tune in either on Facebook Live or YouTube, Bofa Broadcasting. And you can see these guys back at it again one more time. Next week, we'll be off on Wednesday night for the 4th of July. And we hope you enjoyed the race here. Let's run over the summary real quick, and then we'll go over the results, and we're going to get out of here. Glad the power did not turn off on me. We got some wicked storms running through here. We had 14 different lead changes. 75 laps was the race. 2 cautions for the stages, although at the end of the second stage, there was a little bit of a wreck. You'll have that. The guys did a great job. A lot of hard running through here, too, and way to go. All right, let's run over the results. We have Braden Johnson in the number 36 taking home the win with 14 laps led. Chris Simard comes home second. Tyler Pluff will take home third. David Gainforth will take home fourth. Timothy Lewis finishes fifth. Brad Hicks will finish sixth. Stephen Bird finishes seventh. Jeff Glockner, who started on the pole and grabs the first pole here at SoMo, finishes 8th. Jeff Sharp finishes 9th. Len McNeese finishes 10th. 11th goes to Ron Hollyfield. Joe Mitchell will take 12th. Jay Felton takes 13th. Kurt Davidson takes 14th. 15th is Tom Clayton. 16th is Shane Papala. 17th is Mike Grandy. My name is there. I did not take the field, and James McDavid, shown in 19th, did not take the field. Once again, your winner here, Mr. Braden Johnson, 14 laps led. Congratulations to him on finally securing that finish. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Saturday night, we will be live with GFRL, Go Fast Racing League. And we'll be live at 8:20 Saturday night if anybody wants to come watch a good race with GFRL, Go Fast Racing League. And that's all we got. Enjoy, be safe, and we'll talk to you then.